What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's in William Sugar Salon TV. I'm gonna give you guys an introduction, but I'm gonna put it down in the description box. But just briefly, I have been in the hair industry over 30 years, retired recently last year, and own a storefront and 2 salon suites simultaneously, meaning at the same time. You can read more about me in the description. Let's get right into this. This is going to be for the starter hairstylist, hairstylists just kind of starting out. It'll help you too if you've been in the industry for a while, but this is for, this is going to go on my playlist for hairstylists for the hair industry. So just to give you some tips about starting out. Okay, so you're a hairstylist now. You may have gone to school for cosmetology. You may have just finished, or you may be in a state that doesn't require a license to do hair. And so this is going to be for you. Anybody else is welcome to listen, or if you've been in the industry a long time, please listen. So here's some tips. Now, I would think starting out, I would recommend that you start out in a storefront salon, not in a salon suite. I know that salon suites are extremely popular. They're very popular because everybody in the hair industry kind of want their own thing, which I get that, but like I'm an old head, old school stylist, and like we say, you want to crawl before you walk, because in the meantime, while you're crawling, you're learning a lot in that crawling process. You're learning a lot. So if you're just starting out, you're new to the hair industry, I would recommend that you work in a storefront salon first before going in a salon suite. And I would recommend that you work in a storefront salon for at least 2 years. And why do I say that? The reason I think you should work in a storefront salon, because you guys, in all honesty, working in a storefront salon, you're surrounded by hairstylists at all different kind of skill set levels. Most stylists who work in a storefront salon, they have a clientele pretty much already usually. But you guys, working in a storefront salon when you're just starting off as a hairstylist, it is a plus. It is an asset, and the reason it is because you guys, it's like you're at a hair show every day.
What?
It's like you're at a hair show every day. You're seeing all of these stylists. You got this one over here that's so good with cutting hair, and then you got this one over here so good with coloring hair, and this one over here so good with natural hair, and that one over there so good with braids. And your head is on a swivel because you're learning something every day. So in my opinion, it's like being at a free hair show every single day, or whenever you're at work at the salon, you're at a hair show. And that's in all honesty, and that is an asset to you if you're just starting off. That's going to benefit you because, and then you're not only going to learn about doing hair, but you're going to learn about work ethics. You're going to learn a business acumen. You're going to learn about the business. You're going to learn a lot in a storefront salon. And I know salon suites, as I mentioned, are very popular, but when you're just starting off, you want to crawl before you walk. Please crawl before you walk, because you're learning so much in a storefront salon. If you come out of cosmetology school, or you start off doing hair and you go in a salon suite, then you're in a small room that you're paying a whole lot of money for, and you in a room by yourself. You can't ask anybody anything. You could be about to ruin somebody's hair and you would never know. So you guys, take it from an old head stylist like me. Get in a storefront salon first. Trust me, you'll appreciate it. Sometimes as well, you can start off as an assistant. I think that's a plus too. Starting off as an assistant, do it for maybe a year or something. That will help you out greatly as well. Also, another tip is go to hair shows. Any hair shows in the city that you're in, go to a hair show. A lot of times, independent hairstylists who've been doing hair a long time, they will have classes. You can also look online and Google and search, and sometimes you can find online classes. Also, you can get together with a group of other hairstylists and you can go to hair shows outside of the city. You can save a lot of money going with a group of people because you can get a hotel room together. You can share the room together. You can save. But you always want to be learning. You want to come out the gate learning. Out the gate. I've already named a couple of ways, or 3 ways actually, that you can learn as soon as you come out of school or as soon as you go in industry. Another tip, you guys, is practice. You heard this old saying that practice makes perfect, and yes, it does. So you always want to be practicing. You know, don't ever think that you too good to practice, or you getting too good that you don't need to practice. You always want to practice, because when you're practicing, it's not only making you confident, it's also helping you to learn, and it's also helping you with your speed. It's helping you get your speed up, because there's nothing worse than a very slow stylist. If you're a slow hairstylist, then that means that's going to show to the client that you're not experienced.
Oh my God.
That, you know, you're not good with time management, that they're going to be in there all day. And you know, when you're starting off, you're trying to build a book of business. You're trying to build your clientele. So you definitely want to be retaining clients. You don't want to lose them. So if you practice, whether you're practicing on your mannequin, or whether you're practicing on a relative, or whether you're practicing on a model, whatever you choose, you always need to be practicing, because that's getting your skill level up, that's getting your skill set up, that's getting your confidence up. It's also getting your speed up. Another tip is, a mannequin is your best friend. A mannequin is the best client. A mannequin won't complain. A mannequin won't show up late. A mannequin is your best friend. A mannequin is your best client when you first start out, because you're always wanting to, as I just mentioned, practice. And so, you know, buy you up some mannequins, about 3 mannequins, different textures, straight, kinky hair, you know, one that you color, one that you cut, one that you style. You know, always use those mannequins, because they're going to keep their heads still, and that's going to help you to learn. So you also want to start branding yourself. You want to come out the box kind of doing that, because you got to start to brand yourself, because that's what's going to set you apart from everybody else. So come up with your own brand, what you want to call your business, you know, that kind of thing. Another tip, get you some social media pages. You know, there's so much social media out here now. One thing about social media is free. It's absolutely free. So why would you not have social media? So that's another thing that's going to get your information out there too. Another thing too, that's kind of a pet peeve of mine. A lot of times hairstylists, they have social media pages. Say for instance, like they may have an Instagram page, but when you look in their Instagram bio, you don't see an address. So that's to me, that's kind of weird. You know, people need to know where you're located, and people don't want to have to DM you or message you or call you just to find out where you are located, or where you work, what city, what street, whatever. You know, have some information on there about where you're located. Another tip is get a logo. You know, you want to have a logo. You can get somebody on Etsy to make you a logo. They have logos online. You can search online. It's people that make logos. But get a logo, and, you know, think about what colors you want your logo to be, which will fit back and tie back into your brand and all that. Have a specialty too. That's another tip. Starting out as a starter stylist or someone new to the industry, I would suggest having like a specialty. So a specialty is something that you're really good at. That's going to be your base type of client. That's going to be the base main service that you offer, because it's something that you're very good at. Because sometimes if you're just starting out and then you're trying to offer a plethora of services and you're not that great with them yet, you're not that experienced with them yet, it could cause you to start losing clients if you're not that great at it.
Oh my God.
The hair industry is a very competitive industry. So starting out, I would recommend that you have a specialty, whether it's crochet braids, whether it's silk presses, whether it's twist outs, whether it's sew-ins, whatever you're really good at and you're very confident with it, and you know you do it good, and you know it's going to retain clients for you, and you know you have speed with it and you're not slow, let that be your specialty, and those are the clients that you start to try to market to. And then you can work your way up. As you get more confident, as you get your speed up, as you attend these hair shows, as you practice on your mannequin, as you do all these other things that I recommended and suggested, then you can start taking your level up and start offering other services and on top of the specialty that you have. So another tip, get you a couple of models. You know, if you get you some models, then you can service them for complimentary and or for tip only. You can service them, and that'll be people that you can take pictures of when you do their hair. You know, also they will market you. You will make sure that they tag you on social media, you know, when you do their hair complimentary or for tip only. Make sure that you take pictures and make sure that you work on getting your speed up. Just because they're models, you know, don't go super slow or anything like that. You know, the focus is learning and growing and getting your speed up and your confidence up. And then you also gonna have pictures, and then maybe switch out models maybe every 90 days or every 6 months, and then get you 2 new models so that you can always have new pictures, you know, on your social media, and that you can also be learning and growing, and that you can have new people that are also marketing you and posting and tagging your work. And get you a mentor. My final suggestion is that, and recommendation is that you find you a mentor. You know, sometimes you can look online, they may have mentorship programs. I'm thinking about starting a mentorship program, you know, for the hair industry, for this industry. So look for a mentor, someone who can give you, you know, who you can just pay maybe some small monthly fee or something like that, and they give you mentoring tips or, you know, and pointers and stuff like that. So that's what I would recommend, because a mentor is someone who you feel like you can trust. You know, it's someone who has some years in the industry, years of experience. It's someone who's going to give you information that's going to be straight with no chaser on the advice and suggestions that they give you. Someone you feel like you can trust, and someone that you respect in the industry. So a mentor to me is everything. You know, I love having older people speaking to my life. I love having seasoned people speaking to my life. You know, it's wonderful and it's great for you if you're just starting out in the hair industry, you know, or the service industry, because it's a lot to learn and it's a lot of work. And in all honesty, it's only so long you're going to be able to work in this industry, in the hair industry, because it's very physical, it's very mental, it's not easy on your body. You know, you're standing all day. You using your whole body to service people. So with that being said, you want to make sure that coming out the gate that you do what you need to do. You don't want to be in the industry 5 years before you just start to, you know, earn a good revenue and earn a good living and a good income off it. You want to come out of the gate, you know, kind of having a blueprint, a plan of how you're going to move forward. So I think these simple tips that are easy to understand, they're practical, and they make all the sense in the world. I think if you put these into perspective and you put these into place and you start to do these, I think this will help you greatly. Again, you know, that salon suite stuff, you know, it's very popular, but I totally recommend that you start off in a storefront salon. As I mentioned, I did own a storefront salon, and I did have a lot of hairstylists that I hired who were just starting out, or who had maybe been in the industry a while but didn't really have a solid clientele. So I saw how, you know, working in a storefront salon really helped them and really helped get them busy, help them get a skill set and stuff. So I'm talking, you know, from experience, and I'm talking from a person who owned a storefront salon and salon suites, and who saw, you know, my team grow. So anyway, you guys, these are just some tips from an old hairstylist, and I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope it'll help. Drop some comments down below on videos that you might want to see, or ways that I can help you, or if you're just starting out, what is your challenge? Tell me what you would like to hear from me and what help I can give you, and if you're looking for a mentor. Anyway, you guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you'll comment, like, subscribe, and share, and click that bell, you guys, to get them notifications, and I'm gonna see you on my next video. Peace and blessings.